Chinese economy, the problems can spill over to cause a global problem. There's no doubt about it. But if I sat here and told people to get out of the stock market when I first saw this as a problem, or even a major problem, which I saw it as a major problem basically last year, in the summer of last year, I saw it as a problem a few years ago, but not anything to be concerned about. I started really getting concerned last summer. But if I said, okay, you know what, stay out of the market now, don't worry about it, just hold off, we're worried about China, look at all the gains you would have missed, right? So I try to balance things, unlike some of these other people out there who want to get you scared on China and Chicken Little's coming out every single day. You have to understand how to navigate these things, right? And once again, when you think about structural issues, when you hear that term, think about depression. Think about severe, prolonged recessionary periods, which is essentially the primary component of a depression. Depression also, you've got confidence issues. You've got, of course, the confidence issues are largely what cause the deflationary problem. That's one reason why they don't want to talk about depression, is because they don't want to further dampen the consumer spending, right? And keep in mind, it's been the consumer discretionary, consumer spending, which has really pushed the market up over the past few years, right? We talked about that on numerous occasions. It's weakened a little bit, but still, it's been relatively strong considering what we've faced. I elaborate on the U.S. and its structural issues, and I talk about the fact that, despite its unaddressed structural issues, it's able to better bear this burden due to the power of the dollar as the world's reserve currency. And that's, of course, related to the U.S.'s economic, military, and technological dominance, as well as the petrodollar. And none of this is going to fade anytime soon by any significant degree. And I want you to keep reading that over and over again, because all these con men out there, and it's funny, by the way, I've heard now over the past year or two, you're hearing these con men talk about the petrodollar is going away, right? Well, who's the first guy? If any of you out there know of anyone who wrote in a book about the petrodollar like I did in 2006, did anyone write about that before me? I don't think so, right? During this period, I don't think so. I'm not saying I'm the first person to ever write about it, but during this period, as it pertains to the economic collapse, I do believe I'm the first person. And I think that other people have copied me since then. They've read my book, and they've copied me. I mean, listen, all these Johnny-come-latelys, you got no credibility, guys. Sit down and shut up. Anyway, and hopefully some of you out there will tell them for me if you come across them or some of their sheep. For anyone to not realize that rates were going to go up, it just makes you wonder what kind of mental midgets are these economic advisors. What kind of morons are being trained as economists and financiers? It's shocking. Pretty much nailed all of these currency trades, at least the ones we follow. Of course, we cover the franc, the euro, the real, and the yen. And I've even talked about the Aussie, right? So it's been pretty easy money for these trades. Also, you want to look at the effect, of course, if you see what's going on in the economy, you see what's going on in China, for instance, bad data from China, you pretty much count on the Aussie dollar going down, at least over the short term, right? The bottom line is that, once again, currencies aren't stocks. They don't appreciate all the way up to the stars, right? They go up, they go down. They're cyclical periods, up and down, okay? That's why, when you hear these con artists out there talking about the dollar going to zero, dollar's going to completely collapse and it's going to, fall, and currencies are going to be destroyed. I mean, these guys are committing fraud. I mean, this is complete nonsense. They should be locked up. One stooge in particular who's been talking about how Europe is great and it's better. People are worried about the U.S. dollar, not the euro, right? And all the quantitative easing in the U.S. is going to destroy the dollar and it's propping up everything, right? Well, once the EU starts their quantitative easing, once they slam down interest rates, once their euro gets slammed down, you don't hear from this mouthpiece, do you? You don't hear anything. Why is that? What a joke. And so as of October 31st, 2014, you can see the S&P index sector weightings, and you can see oil is right around, energy is right around 9%. Of course, there are other sectors that are impacted directly and indirectly by oil prices, right? We've got materials, which is depending upon